Disclaimer: I do not own the clips or music shown. These are used for review and entertainment purposes. Thank you. Greetings, Gap-Eyes and Gap-Eyes. It's me, Camden, on channel Camden. It's the 100th episode! Episodes. Even though technically it would be 99, because the X-Men Origins video was meant to be one video. But it does not matter. It's the 100th episode. We are here. We've gone so far. I like to thank everyone that has gone with me for this very, very long journey, and this journey is not ending. There will be more to come, and I'm just happy. I'm just excited. A bit wondering. So, what am I going to talk about for the 100th episode of Channel Camden? Channel Cameron was a show released in 2019, starring, written, and directed by Cameron Wilson. And it's not the first time he's written, starred, and directed something. But that's something for another day. That's a whole nother story. Where his stars are Cameron, where he talks about movies and TV shows, especially those of superheroes like Marvel and DC. And he also has a big fascination with Sonic the Hedgehog and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And he also has a bunch of wacky characters that live in his house and show up at his house, like Tim the Plush Turtle and Pickly Charlechew and a few others. And I want to talk about it for the 100th episode of Channel Camden. What else should I talk about for the evolution of this channel and how far I've gone without talking about a true inspiration show, without talking about the characters? Before we get to our main protagonist, let's talk about Tom the Plush Tortoise. As you can see, Tom the Plush Tortoise is a Ninja Turtle plush, but he has a Boy Scout scarf around him. Basically, he's kind of like a sidekick to the main character. He's just there. It's like he lives at his house or something. Also has a voice like this. Basically, whenever Cameron talks about a movie, and he gets to a scene that basically explains the plot, or there's a big exposition dump, he cuts to Tim with a big drawing where he explains the villain's plan or whatever. I guess Cameron is a little bit too lazy to explain the villain's plot. Overall, he's like the friend to our protagonist. He's just there whenever. He's just randomly there. They don't even explain how he talks or moves. How does toys move? I guess this is a spin-off to Toy Story. Wait, what? Tom looks like an interesting person. I can say that. And then we also have a fan favorite. So then we have a fan favorite, Jonas the Pitchman. He's basically an executive that comes up with ideas for movies and shows. Kind of like a Black Ryan George. Whenever Cameron sees something odd in a movie, he always asks, who would come up with this? And then it cuts to Jonas and some guy named Jeff. And then Cameron thought it was a bright idea to give this guy a spin-off show titled How They Came Up With, which is another show that he stars in, writes, and directs. And we might talk about how they come up with someday. I don't know who came up with the idea for this show. Hey, basically, this is we're gonna have a show about this guy who talks about movies and shows. Yeah, Joe, that's completely original. No, it's completely original. He talks about X-Men Origins Wolverine, Transformers, Spider-Man, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Ninja Turtles, and Joe, because no one has ever talked about those things before. That's funny, but do you remember the movie G-Force? Say that their ideas are super easy, very inconvenience. It doesn't stop there. We also have a news reporter that's a Pikachu named Piccoli Charlechu. Cameron also crossovered with others like him, including Spider Plush, Sonista, and Obama Gaming. And the main villains, and Avi Arad is one of the main villains of the show for some reason. I guess he has a personal vendetta against them too, and classical music always plays when he shows up for some reason. Some other characters that I'll get to soon that I'm just amazed that they showed up here. Now let's get to our main character, Cameron. And Cameron is a young individual who reviews movies and shows, like I said earlier, and he's been doing this since he was 13. Started it all off with X-Men Origins Wolverine, and he came a long way.
And, yeah. You know, someone becomes dead.
That young individual continued to review things such as Superhero Squad, and also, speaking of Superhero Squad, he seems to really like this show. I mean, I don't blame him, but still. And then he talks about the Ben Affleck's version of Daredevil, which he calls Darefleck, which I call the same thing. And he reviewed both Sonic movies, and he also talked about a bunch of TMNT stuff, like a lot. And then he went on to review Cat in the Hat, and the live-action Ben 10 movies, and Artemis Fowl, the Roger Corman's Fantastic Four, the 90s Captain America, the Disney Plus MCU shows, the animated Marvel movies from like 2006, and Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Dragon Ball Evolution, G-Force, Home Alone 3, Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, and that Sonic Christmas special that no one talks about, The Office, literally, Iron Man Armored Adventures, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul, and The Wicker Man, and Ghostbusters. He talked about a lot of things, okay? He talked about every movie ever made. So in his earlier videos, this is how he used to show clips. Like take example, if younger him talked about Bill Murray's Garfield, this is how he would show clips. He just shoves a laptop or camera or whatever he'll use against the TV. That's it. That's all. Come on. I mean, another example. Like if he would review Too Fast, Too Furious, the true cinematic classic. He will like just he won't even turn the volume over 2 seasons of this. I don't know. It's your decision. I don't know. It's your preference. Time, oh boy, actually figured out how to get actual clips and put them into his videos. But to avoid copyright, he does this. Like he does this, and also this too. Enjoy. And while he talks about movies and shows, everyone's got their own movie review style. He has a bunch of segments on his channel, like segments. He doesn't only do that. He has a lot of running jokes on this channel. Stuff. Did I mention he really likes Sonic the Hedgehog? I mean, tell me about it, man. Not only has he talked about both live action films, he has also like he be flexing his merch all the time, bro. Like come look at this. Like bro, look at this. I mean, I'm totally not obsessed with this hedgehog either or anything. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, does anyone want to play these with me? Anyone want to play these with me? Like, bro, literally, he be even have like Sonic background music in his videos, which this is totally not from Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, aka Sonic 06, totally. This man gets that, to say that he's a Sonic fan, he'll get it, and he'll just say it randomly. Also, on top of that, like I said, with Avi Arad earlier, he shows up in almost, or at least gets mentioned in almost every video that has something to do with Spider-Man. And sometimes when he talks about Ninja Turtles, instead of playing Sonic music, he plays NES music. Tom will show up, because obvious. Also, he has this great running joke. Every time he talks about a movie where the good guy is about to kill a bad guy until he doesn't, because mercy and true good and stuff, or the bad guy does kill the bad guy or do something that's not moral, he always pulls up this clip from the film, which is a true classic, Daredevil 2003.
I'm not the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy. I'm not the...
And then he also does... You tolerate that for 100 plus episodes. His review styles, you know how they typically goes. He does like a cold open every now and again, then he does like an intro. Then he shows a trailer from the movie or show he's talking about, and he describes the plot and who's directing it. Then he explains the entire plot of the movie, unless it's a movie that just came out. Talk about the characters or the actors, and if it's an actor that's been in another popular role, he'll bring it up out of nowhere. If Chris Pratt is brought up out of nowhere, he'll talk about either Mario or Star-Lord, which he has done in his last video. Like, literally, he does that a lot. Like Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, Tom Holland, Spider-Man. He does this a lot. He even tries to do a lot of voice impressions. This guy can range from, I'm Nicolas Cage, I'm Optimus Prime, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, Shadow the Hedgehog, I'm Ryan Reynolds, and I'm Batman. Well, did I mention Batman? I mentioned Batman as a character in this show. And he has some spin-off skits. But yeah, he goes on and he follows this sort of pattern. And then whenever he rates a movie by donut scores from 1 to 10. But he continues to do reviews on and on and on. Like, he does more of them. Like, he just pumps them out of nowhere, especially during time through 2020 to 2021. And over time, especially after his Sonic 30th anniversary retrospective, I seen he got more analytical and used the jokes at the right time. It's like he got the full balance of being analytical and comical. It's like, over time as he did it, he kept getting better and better with each video. And then with each video he did, he gets to broaden his horizons and brought more variety to the channel. It's over time as he gets better and better, he just keeps learning. Also, one of his greatest videos that he's ever did of all time was, he did one of the most epic videos of all time. And he reviewed all of the Michael Bay Transformers movies, which no one has definitely ever did before. And I like to say, if you were to ever start with this series, start with that retrospective. Because it's the best example of what this channel is basically like. Through humor, analyzation, the cutaways, and everything. And he even has a little guest star.
Real actual Optimus Prime, and not some sort of promotional art online.
Cameron and his friends faced Michael Bay during part 3. And it was one of the most epic battles of all time. In the Battle of the Explosions. And it was something that changed my life forever when seeing this thing. I urge you all to check it out, please. Homer's reviews were beautiful. Homer's reviews were just beautiful. Just beautiful. Greatest things of all time. Just beautiful. Just fantastic. When he had Optimus Prime show up in his review, stop there. He had Goku in one of his videos. Frieza and Piccolo. And they were played by these guys named Brian and Sheldon.
Well, they've all figured out it. That's exactly the problem.
Who's that?
Hey, boy. You really hit a new low. You don't know who I am? It's me.
Oh my God!
Paper Cameron.
The fool, boy. Quit hitting the fool, boy. You know exactly. It's me. It's your destiny, boy. Quit acting a fool, boy. So let me tell you a story. For me, I was back with one of the running characters on this year's show, Channel Camden. But then, after you finish season 1, it's like you forgot me. You didn't use me no more. But you kept using Tim and Joe. You even gave Joe his own show. Where's my show? I deserve a show. Got disappointed. So I went on a very, very, very long adventure. To start. Went across the world. Met many people. Met a bunch of celebrities. Yes, this is actually me with these celebrities. As I returned, I thought of an idea. How about I sabotage your show? How about I give you some new ideas? So let's just say, I help your show a lot. If you think about it, who did you think sent that message to Goku for you to talk about Dragon Ball Evolution? Hey, boy, it was me. You know, it was me. Who do you think sent that message to Evie Arad for you to talk about Spider-Man TNAS? It was me. Who do you think sent you those tickets to go see the new Mario movie and for you to talk about it? Of course, it was me the entire time. In the back. Now, I just asked for something very simple. Can I just come back to the crew and be on the show? I mean, come on. I gave you all these ideas to talk about all these movies and shows and everything. I mean, come on.
Sure you can. Maybe I've forgotten about someone in Channel Cameron. Okay, so you were watching this video, you're looking at clips, and you're saying, this Channel Cameron guy looks familiar. I wonder who it may be. Jokes aside, I like to thank all of you guys for watching me, like, with all these videos and everything. To see how I evolved, got better with my videos, got better with editing, speaking, my points on these movies and shows, the jokes I made, pretty much almost everything. I mean, there's some things I had perfect at from the start, and some things I needed to work on for a while. And as more as I did it, I got better. So, like I say, I'm just amazed. Especially when I've been doing this since I was in middle school, pretty much. And for all these years, and for as far as I gone, I'm happy as far as I went. And I want to continue growing and keep going with these videos that I'm doing. And as I keep doing it, I try new things, but also keep up with the old as well. Kind of like how I do with these videos. Talk about old movies and new movies and all that stuff. But no matter what, even when those views weren't always the best, it was you guys that stuck with me. And for me to keep moving forward and keep making these. And at first, well, I was passionate, but I was a little worried about the views side of things. But as more as I got to do it, the less I started to worry about the views. I want my videos to flop though. But it was more the passionate side of things because I enjoy making these videos. I really, really enjoy it. Even when I have to deal with copyright or, I don't know, my devices messing up, I still enjoyed making these. And I will continue to enjoy making these. Because I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. So, this isn't really about me. Though it is about me. Look at the name of the channel. It's also about you guys. And how you have watched me grow throughout these years. And just... I just love you guys. I love you guys. I really, really do. I'm not gonna use donut scales for this video. But I'll use some donut scales. You guys deserve 11 donuts. Me too, but you know, just for you guys, let's have a nice little sappy, unoriginal, but still neat tribute. Houses in Camden on Channel Camden.
whatever. Let's get on with the show. Now I'm back on this show. Now I know what you need to review next.
Is it?
That's right. You're absolutely correct.
Is it? Not. Well, guys, like, comment, comment, and subscribe.